Well, you saw me yesterday. I suppose it hasn't been a week. How's your 24 hours been?
Oh, it's been good. Other than my little, I had a little brush up with the pavement yesterday off the one wheel. I was telling it was.
The one wheel, not the motorcycle. Hopefully.
No, no, not the motorcycle. It was the one wheel. I was a little saucy. Caleb was involved. It was a little back and forth. We were being a little bit rowdy, and I came up. I even said it was about a 50-50 responsibility split on that one, but. Came up a little bit scuffed, but it's nothing that hasn't happened before.
I'm going to shout out our Caleb while we're here on how well he's hanging out.
Yeah, Caleb is in studio today.
You can't see it right now, but he's in a power stance.
Yeah, he's just threatening all of us with his powerful position.
I feel like
he feels like something. We know that.
I wish we had a microphone.
Yeah, speaking of the one-wheeler, I am still feeling the effects of that elbow. That is for sure. I'm still feeling the effects of that elbow. Every time I try to lift anything over a 12-pack.
Are you
in weight?
Serious?
Yeah,
I figured it'd be more psychological just because you were traumatized by the. Your elbow's still fucked up.
Yeah.
From how long?
What?
Yeah.
How long?
I think probably 4 months ago, 5 months ago,
4
something like
months.
that.
I mean, it might have been February.
I don't. Yeah. It was. I was probably still wearing it.
You can't have long term.
If I go to take that 18-pack out of the driver's seat or out of the passenger seat.
That's a very common movement as well. That's a daily movement.
Yeah,
really?
A daily movement, yeah. And I'm noticing a lot of strain on it.
Remy,
I wouldn't trade it for the world, man.
You got to start coming to the gym with me, bro.
I know. I got to get better shape.
I've told
Drink a little more milk.
of you.
I've made the most progress out of all three of us.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can tell Caleb's on the cusp.
Yeah.
For the longest time, he was very resistant. He's like, no. And lately, last couple of weeks, him and Jen have been saying, he's like, I'm thinking about a gym membership. And I was like,
I own one, but I don't go. Yeah. So my next step is actually going.
Last couple months, we've had a couple vacations. We've been kind of up and down on that. But over the last couple days, I've been more dedicated. I did get a Crunch membership, not going to lie. Purely for the sauna. The gym's nice. Same gym I'd be working out at otherwise, but I just love a good sauna. Have you guys ever really gotten into this, like the sauna?
Not on a regular basis, but I've done probably 2 to 3 saunas.
I don't like
in
the sweat at all.
And so let's just quickly clear this. How long do you go in the sauna for yourself? Like I do try to do 15 minutes, which is a decent amount of time when you're in that.
It is. 15 minutes is a good amount of time. I try to do minimum 20 minutes just because I've been used to it before, and like. It had been a little while, but once I got the Crunch membership about a month ago, I've been doing it somewhat consistently for the last 2 or 3 weeks. When I first started doing it, 10 minutes was rough.
Yeah.
3 or 4 sessions in, I was basically back to where I was. Cause I feel
like 15 minutes is probably average, and then
10 to 15 is like that's just enough to like because if you go in there for 5 minutes, you're really not getting the benefits of like the real benefits of actually using
sweating the toxins.
At least 10 minutes in, your body really gets a chance to start like flowing, and you start really like releasing those toxins and stuff like that. That's why I try to say minimum 15, going on 20. But like
there's your sauna tips.
I cannot express to you, it literally, like, it's tough when you first start doing it. It feels so good. Like, you're in there, especially when you get used to it a little bit. You get used to that heat. When you're first sitting, you're like, fuck, this is terrible. I'm, like, suffocating. Once you get your body used to it and you're able to stand there for 20 minutes, it's a little bit rough, but you get out. Oh, my God. You feel like it's difficult to describe. But it's a really good feeling. I'm just telling you guys.
I'll have to take your word for it.
I mean, it's not.
I'm a fucking smoker. I'm a smoker.
You can't do it. It's great for circulation. If you're a smoker,
I'm a cigarette smoker.
Yeah.
In June, July, August in Florida, it's basically like going out into a sauna every fucking time I go out inside and sit there and smoke. Yeah, so
you're not wrong.
Well, guys, it's Is This Football episode 20. Do you guys want to get it going?
Let's do it.
All right, we got big shit for you tonight. Let's do it.
What's happening, guys?
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome back to the Is This Football podcast. My name's Dan. I'm joined once again by my lovely friends, Rem Dog Breechak, Edward Doyle.
Here we are.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us again. Huge show tonight.
We've got a multi show,
Massive show.
So let's recap back from last episode.
Which we thought would never happen as well.
Yeah,
we thought this was never going to happen.
Yeah, we were talking last episode, and before we signed off, Edward had this wild idea, and he said, "You know what? We're going to do this for next episode." And we didn't necessarily, we weren't positive he would do the legwork. I
doubted it very heavily. I was like, he's really heavy on it right now, and I was like, there's no way he's going to follow through with this. And he texted me like 2 days ago. He's like, hey, I got a whole thing set up.
Ready to go.
No, because I woke up from a hearty group text message between the three of us, but just the two of you, back and forth.
We get going at times, yeah.
And somehow I was included, and I was like, "Oh wow, he's got his fucking feet taped to the bicycle on this one. He's gonna go for it."
Basically,
we're going back to that analogy.
The premise of it is that there's a Buffalo bracket for the greatest things in Buffalo, right?
Oh yeah.
Modeled after the March Madness. I think they do 64 things in. Is it 64 teams in March Madness or 32?
Once it gets to the finals, it's 32.
Okay, so it's 32 things about Buffalo that makes Buffalo great, right? So I follow a bunch of Buffalo sports things, so I see these things, and they do it on Twitter. So I thought, why don't we do a what makes St. Pete great thing, and we'll basically just discuss it between the three of us, and just in a fun way where it's a slow time of the season, so we can can figure out what the greatest thing of St. Pete is. I guess for us,
we might sprinkle in a little sports here and there just to tease you a little bit. But I like it. That's a good topic.
The rules of it is that the three of us will be voting. Obviously, there's three of us, so 2-1, 3-0, either way. And we've randomized 32 things. He
just looked dead in my eyes when he said 2-1.
It's good that it's an odd number. Well, I mean,
there is going to be some sway from the peanut gallery because we have a wonderful guest,
an unbiased,
wonderful guest, Caleb Perkins. So welcome to the studio, Caleb. But no, we're gonna.
There he is. Look at this guy.
And then after we pick our winner from each matchup, we'll talk about what the general public thought, just for a brief thing. I think that's a good way to do it.
Well, I mean, based on the sheer numbers, should we just jump into it?
Sure, we've got 32. Well, we've got a bunch of matchups to do. So
we've got a good bit to go. So let's.
We might have.
All right.
Not.
This is a multi-show.
Might not have time for sports tonight.
This is a multi-show thing. This is a multi-show thing. All right.
Oh, look, he's got his fucking
I've got
notes out,
man.
dude.
I've got pure notes.
Let him hear. Let him hear the notes out there. Yeah.
Now you know it's serious. Now you guys know it's serious.
The rustling.
All right, so I feel like this is a pretty easy matchup. Don't be looking, Dan.
No, I wasn't.
I feel like this is a pretty easy matchup. I know the result of one of them. I know the result of one of them. But anyway, first matchup in the round of 32 is Fort DeSoto National Park, right? Ooh. And let me just say as well, this is what makes St. Pete.
Are you allowing for small stories if we have a specific memory?
We want to talk about what we're doing, right? And this is what makes St. Pete special to you, right? What makes St. Pete better than the other thing?
Love it.
But I think this is going to be. I think it doesn't matter. Fort DeSoto National Park versus Steve's Tavern on Central.
Fuck you! You can't do that to me first time.
Well, I wasn't expecting this kind of reaction from Remy for Fort DeSoto, to be perfectly honest. Remy, you want to take this one?
That's comparing such.
Well, no, it's which thing would mean more if you lost it out of St. Pete. And that's when you think it's. All
right, I'll take this one. I'll take this one. I'll take this one.
Remy, I know where we're going.
Right, but let's let him talk.
No, go ahead.
I love Steve's more than a lot of bars. You guys know that. Mm-hmm. You can smoke inside there. That's number one. They're still the only cash-only bar, which I just kind of love. It's always fun to watch the dumb people walk in there and be like, "Oh, it's cash only. Oh my god, how am I gonna?" That's always fun. Great hockey crowd.
Love that.
Great hockey crowd. They're always down to watch the Lightning. important Rays game, they're there to watch it. Important Bucks game, they're there to watch it. They put the audio on.
You're local as well.
They put the audio on, and very close walk to me. Okay, but that
I
wasn't.
feel like there's a massive butt coming here.
I know.
I feel like
it could be a
he's setting
surprise
this up
in
for
the
a
first
huge
game of
butt.
However, a lot of the times when you do try to go into a very important game and all you want is your one seat at Steve's, you're not even trying to get friends to meet you. You just want one bar stool just to watch that game and that atmosphere. And you show up an hour before, sometimes there's no seat for you. What they seat maybe 20, 22 around that bar, maybe 30 tops. You know what I mean? So that is going to be a deterrent for me. Fort DeSoto, on the other hand, so many great memories.
They always got a seat for you at Fort DeSoto.
There's seats and camping. There's
all
beaches.
types of seats always available.
My band did a split with another band back in high school or just after high school, and we decided to go take photos for the split, for the inserts around Fort DeSoto for the day, and we were all having a fucking great time. We made hunch punch. Everybody brought beers. I mean, we were fucking joints, blunts, you name it. We were all fucking lit for the whole day. We were out there all day. We went and we did shots of us looking down the cannon barrel and the camera was on the other side of just all sorts of fun stuff. Us in the bunker. And then on the way out, the whole way, because you have to drive a little bit to get out of there before you get on the highway. We still had a bunch of fireworks left over, smoke bombs, all sorts of stuff. I had a huge van. There was about 4 people in my van. I had my other dude sitting shotgun. I was driving. Everybody was just lighting off bottle rockets out of the windows of the van the whole way till we got to the highway. They were throwing smoke bombs.
I was just going to say, how long ago was this? What year are we talking here?
Probably 2008, 2009. They're throwing smoke bombs in the front of the van to try to smoke us out so we'll crash the car. People are shooting out fucking fireworks out of this van. I mean, one of the funniest times I've ever been a part of. But
sounds like it's out of a movie.
But that was a 1-day, 2-day experience.
That's what I was going to say. Damn near 15 years ago. When was the last time you rode?
So we're going to go with Steve's.
We're taking Steve's.
Honestly, that was the most roundabout way for him to pick
like I said,
exactly what we knew.
That was literally
I get to tell a little story, and that's probably.
Well,
and honestly,
you baited us.
There's only one other place he's going to mention tonight that I'll even have a story on. So
I didn't know you'd have one for DeSoto. So fair play.
I mean, I feel like for this one, where we are in our lives, early 30s, downtown, I love Fort DeSoto the way anybody else does. I don't have any crazy bottle rocket stories like Remy does. I've been there a million times, had a bunch of good, basically just normal, no fireworks situations. But I mean, like Steve's, come on, Steve's is Steve's. Like I mean, and more simply because I've been to Steve's probably 1,000 times in the last 4 to 5 years. I've been to Fort DeSoto maybe 10, probably less. I go to Fort DeSoto. If I go there,
so it's the regular.
If I go there,
fair point.
Well, I mean that's what I'm saying. If I was never able to go to Fort DeSoto again, it would affect me a lot less than not being able to go to Steve's. If I wasn't able to go to Steve's,
even with the other bars,
that would affect me a lot more acutely.
That's a good point.
And I mean, there's other beaches. There's other Fort DeSoto is great. It's awesome for what it is. But there's other places you can go.
It's just different. It's kind of cool.
Steve's is the only Steve's, and if that was taken away, I mean, maybe when I'm older and I stop going to shitty bars in downtown St. Pete, maybe my perspective might change. But as of now,
when you're 50, you'll be way more in tune with Fort DeSoto. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. When I get to
that's what this is. It's to do with what the three of us is going to be currently, the winning most important thing about St. Pete for us right now.
I think you got
Steve's.
Yeah, have we got 2 Steve's?
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys decided that, and it wasn't up to me because I was leaning honestly towards Fort DeSoto.
Really?
Yeah, because
on what grounds?
On the grounds that there are 3 or 4 other bars. There's at least 2 other bars, right? There's 3 bars that I can get the same. I like Steve's. I don't love Steve's. There's 3 other bars that I can get a similar or better experience, right, in town. So Steve's is a great place. I love Steve's. I like hanging out there. I completely agree with the things that you guys said. But
there's only one Fort DeSoto.
That's what I'm saying.
How often do you go to Fort DeSoto?
Exactly. And that's what would...
When was the last time you were in Fort DeSoto?
Well, a camping trip 12 months ago. So a while, right? So a while. Yeah. It's been a while. So I'm glad that you brought that up about the lack of it being a regular part of your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Which
like,
would have
I
led me
love
the other way. I
Fortitude
can
Soda.
obviously.
Fortitude's
Well, I'm
awesome,
just
but-
glad now that I don't have to vote and decide the casting vote.
No.
I can vote for either.
I feel
mean,
like that's an easy one though, just based on sheer regularity.
honestly,
like
it's a complete 50-50 for me.
Oh, you're going with the wash. So Steve wins
I'll
the
take.
round.
Yeah, either way, I can.
Well, it
wash
already
it.
does based on me and
Yeah,
you voting.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
2
So
to
I'm
2.
gonna sit on the fence on this one.
All right.
It's okay if I do.
Oh,
so.
you're
Got
on the fence
Steve's on the fence.
Steve,
Wow.
but Steve,
Oh, so
but
you're
either way,
not voting.
either way. Well,
right.
either way, it doesn't matter. Either
You
way,
got
it
your
doesn't matter.
Mechadava?
Who's
All right.
next round? Let's
Next
go.
round,
You
I
got
think
your
we know
Mechadava?
this one. I'll remember.
All right.
I think we know. Well, this is not. Oh, sorry. And this is not to do with food. It's two bar/restaurants. It's going to be Engine Number 9 versus Angelo's.
Fuck.
You want me to? Well, Dan, you want to go next? We'll pass it to the left. Remy, you started the last one. Dan, you'll start this one.
I'm starting this one.
And it's which one is more important to your, just enjoyment of the city.
I mean, honestly, and this is very similar to my choice in the last round. It's got to be Angelo's. It's got to be. Like the fat, based
Bartenders know us.
The bartenders know us. The whole staff know. We walk in, they know.
Yeah.
They start getting our drinks ready.
Yeah, they immediately come to us before anybody else.
It's true.
They skip everybody in line to come to us.
Is the food there gourmet?
No.
No, it's not. Is the food there
Decent.
solid?
And now when
Right.
do we go to when do we go to Angela's?
It's not like-
you end at Angela's. So you're usually
Engine number
drunk.
9 has, without a doubt, better food.
Best burger
the
in-
quality
one of the best
of
burgers,
food is
One of the best
much
burgers.
better. And I love Engine number 9, but like I said, I go to Angelo's more. Angelo's is comforting to me.
Yeah.
Angelo's is like a warm blanket when you're drunk at 2 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday, and you're like, oh my god,
I've gone there just to
I want
hang out
I
with
want
Jess.
a pressed
you know?
Cuban
Yeah, it's
sandwich right now.
Yeah. I've
Where do you go?
gone there when I have no friends to drink with, and I know the bartenders are going to talk to me.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Yeah. So it's Angelo's for you.
I mean, once again, this is a very tough decision. This one for me is more tough than the Fort DeSoto.
Really?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Engine. I think of all the places
Engine's
I've ever
great.
been in my life, the uniqueness of all their burgers, they have
No, it's really good.
they
food.
have 15 to 20 burgers, and every single one of them is nuts.
And don't forget
They
the
have
fucking
so
short rib
many-
pasta
And what I will
and the
say
sriracha
is-
wings.
Yeah,
But what I will
the
say is, and I don't
wings,
want to,
They do what they do so well. It's a very simple.
I don't want
menu,
to impact
burger
your
wings.
decision, but this is what place means more to you in St. Pete,
That's
not who does better
That's
food.
exactly what I'm saying. Angelo's means more to me than Engine number 9, just because that's my spot.
Yeah.
Angelo's, that's my go-to. Like I love it. Love Engine. Great food. I will admit they probably have the best wings around. Their wings are nuts.
I love the
Sauce is
burgers
boss.
too.
And Angelo's just my shit.
Yeah, it's just Angela's.
It's just like I said, it's comforting to me. You know?
And just the
you're gonna see a fight.
Yeah.
You're gonna see something wild.
And I know I'm probably gonna have
Someone's
to try
gonna
to
be
keep
throwing
Dan
jam.
out of a fight. So that's
I'm
always-
usually trying to
No,
break it
yeah,
up.
no.
Like
So what do
9
you think?
times
Well-
out of 10, I'm trying to break up.
All right,
the
you're
fight.
taking Angelo's. I'm taking it down. There's most of my feelings on this matchup are mirroring Dan's.
Probably,
like I
yeah.
feel like we've had great times at
That's- I
Angelo's.
feel-
The
yeah,
staff
it's
are great.
just
There's not an awful lot I
more
can add to
nostalgic,
it.
too,
I'm
yeah.
taking Angelo's too.
Yeah, same,
So that's
same.
gonna be Angelo's into the last
Yeah,
round, unless you have any
absolutely.
into the next round. I should
No.
say.
Is
Yeah,
that
if
is
you have
that a
anything to-
3-0? That's your.
Yeah, that's
your,
3. Yeah, definitely.
3, okay.
100%.
And in the next round, you will
Well.
see Steve's versus Angelo's. So get ready for that one.
All right. Well, I'll
Well,
I'll
that's not- we
mentally
won't
prepare
worry
myself.
about that.
Well, we all know. I
next-
prefer booze over food. So
but-
Next,
okay.
whatever.
next
Are you guys
round.
ready?
Next round. What are we doing?
We've got local markets. That's going to be your Saturday markets in multiple areas selling different, small
Like Saturday
shop
morning.
Saturday morning markets, basically dotted around the city.
Okay.
And that's going to be up against the natural spaces in St. Pete. So you've got places like Lake
Parks.
Magori, North Shore Park, Lassing, Sawgrass, places like that.
Okay.
And I can take this one away.
Yeah,
You've
you're
gone-
first. Yeah.
That's an interesting.
I know,
matchup.
and I randomized
No,
these.
that's
So
good
you've got
though
mad
because it's
stuff
outdoor.
going.
It's
I'm-
outdoor spaces.
Can
They're
I
both
just
outdoor
say
spaces.
that I'm already very impressed by the matchups?
Same.
You just
Same.
Well, they're
Air
randomized.
dab.
just to like say that I'm very
Thank you,
impressed
thank you.
with this. Yeah. But that's a very interesting
I
match.
know.
So
It's,
open like
It's gonna be
natural spaces,
the natural spaces of St. Pete,
against like the little
local
markets, that they do.
which mean more to you about St. Pete. So for me, I'll take it away. I think this is actually. I was going to say it's fairly easy. The natural spaces in St. Pete to me are. They're not. So I will say they're not as impactful as places I've grown up in. We live close to a huge expanse of a beautiful area of the country in the Peak District, but they're beautiful in another way with the water and everything. And I live close to Lassing Park, which is incredible and good to go to.
But like
And-
in England, I'm sure it's like, if correct me if I'm wrong, but it's more like the scenic areas. It's more like forest than
It's-
like here.
and hills, hills.
Here it's like beaches and trees, but like it's like forest in England. Like
Right,
It's a
and
different.
that's an element of this that definitely motivates my decision, is the fact that the water here is so incredible, and we have so much of that. And something to me is like the mass influx of people here recently has made the markets a little bit less tolerable. It is nice to get down there because you get away from the mass consumerism of
Target.
34th Street,
I do
Pinellas
like
Park,
supporting local
places like that. You can
businesses.
support local business, but for me, I don't know, the beauty of the water and the chance to get away from the thrive of civilization. I'm going natural spaces in St. Pete.
Yeah. And that's funny because, like Dan and I probably would agree the natural spaces of St. Pete only because we have really specific memories tied to a lot of those places. And you have only been here, maybe
5
years?
now,
Yeah, in and out 5 years. So, like, you don't have specific memories tied to those places, but still, it's a lot better. I prefer no people over people. So, I'll go sit on a fucking park bench down by Vinoy and just look at the water for a minute, or take my walk around the lake that's behind my house and just kind of maybe look and just stop for a minute, and that's way better than having to go to this stand and
natural
that
spaces
stand.
in St. Pete. Like it doesn't
I
need
don't
to
like
be. It doesn't need to be a
Midway.
huge thing like Lake Magori. Like places like Mirror Lake, Round Lake. That all qualifies. For
I get real bad anxiety like on midway situations, and when I go to like markets, I also get the same kind of
What do you mean
anxiety.
midway situation?
Like midway situation, like at the fair with like the games and everything, and if people are looking at you to like come to their booth and like check their stuff out, and they kind of, not that markets bark at you, but like they're just
Oh
kind
my
of like,
god, they're like the sweetest.
no, I know,
people
but
you
they're
could
just
ever-
kind of like
oh
there,
my
and I feel
God.
bad if I don't go to every
Oh,
single
no,
stand and
they're-
like look
Yeah,
at
yeah.
it.
I
You
do
know,
When you
like
go
that.
to a
Yeah.
market, those people are the kindest.
No, I know, but
people
it
you'll
just
ever
gives me
meet. The
anxiety.
people
I'm like, I
selling
don't
stuff,
care about
oh my
this. I
God.
don't care about that. I'm just gonna slightly walk and give you a look, like cool.
Like, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming today. I
Remy, you're
appreciate it.
overthinking it. I promise
Yeah.
you.
Well, that's the
You're-
anxiety in me.
I know.
But yeah, so I'm gonna
I
pick-
know your
I'll
body.
Pick,
I
I'll pick-
understand it.
I'll
I
pick
understand
natural
it.
places.
I'm just telling you, they are not thinking what you think they're thinking.
Of course, I'm always in my
You
own
know,
head.
I know, but I'm just, I get it though. I
But
know
yeah,
it's-
natural
I've-
places for me, less people.
I've
So
thought that at
so we
times,
know
but
they're
like
into the next round. Dan, you want to?
Yeah, before
clean
we
this
wrap,
up.
we got to go to break.
So you guys both went natural
Yeah,
spaces.
so that's into the next round. So
Just because you guys went that way, I'm going the markets.
Mm-hmm.
Love the natural spaces. I would have picked that if it would have been a tie. I would have gone natural
And that's
spaces.
how I
Love the
felt about
natural
the first round with
spaces. There,
Steve's and-
it's another once again, Eddie. I applaud you. It's a very good matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Love the natural spaces. I think they're just slowly being like deteriorated. Like there's not as many in as
places to get
as
by
free.
yourself,
Yeah, I mean it's slowly getting less and less. But I've gotten more into the markets. I wasn't big on it a couple of years ago, but like Saturday morning market, you should never go. It's like Saturday morning market's fun.
well, it's
I've
part
been
of,
trying
it's
to
part of
get
the
down there. I'm
culture,
off on
and
Saturday
we pay a
morning.
lot to
Yeah.
live down here.
Food. They
Yeah,
always
we
got
actually
beer
should, yeah.
trucks. It's like, and there's some like cool
And like you
shit
said,
down there. There's a
supporting
bunch of people.
local
Yeah.
businesses is
Yes.
massive, and that's grass level.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's grassroots business.
There's another little one they do like Thursday nights by Intermezzo.
and they
It's
do
just like a little
Tuesday,
tiny one
Tuesday
close
afternoon, Tuesday afternoon golf.
They
port.
do them all
Tuesday
over the
afternoon golf
place,
port.
but it's like I've started to kind of get into them more. I'm like, these are kind of dope.
No, it is nice.
It's
nice.
not bad, but We're going to take a little break, guys. Remy's got to smoke a dart.
Yep.
right.
We will be back shortly.
We'll be
Thank
back
you.
shortly. Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, guys, to the Is This Football podcast.
Is this football?
Oh, yikes. We are going to just start right where we left off with the what would you call it, Eddie? What is the name of this tournament?
St. Pete bracket show.
I'm going to say it's called the
St. Pete
Brackets
bracket?
of Brackets.
Yeah, bracket is
The Bracket
Saint-
of Brackets.
That's it.
St. Pete edition.
The king of brackets.
The King of Brackets.
We're finding out what the most important thing in St. Pete is.
That's right, guys.
To us, at least.
And
Before
we've
we
got
could, let's pause 10 seconds so station IDs can identify themselves. This is This Football, episode 20, live every Tuesday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the page, Tiger Cage Media. Also, make sure you're going out there and liking our Facebook page. Is this football? ? Make sure you get the question mark in there. And listen to our sister podcast. They call us The Breeze every Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Great podcast.
Well, the next
Crickets.
great podcast. If you're
No, we did.
What do you got for us next, Eddie?
Yeah. What do you got?
so, like I say, there is going to be some random stuff in
So,
the
quick
round of
recap.
32.
We have Steve's over.
Steve's winning over Fort DeSoto. We've
Yep.
got Natural Spaces over. Anyone remember? Saturday Morning Markets.
Yes.
And Angelo's over Engine Number 9.
There we go.
And going into the next one, we've got it's a bit random. I feel like this should be a win, as long as there's no bad blood. Remy, you're taking it away. It's going to be Tubular Tokes versus Noble Crust.
Tubular Tokes.
Which one
Tubular
is?
Tokes?
There you
These
go.
are such
so that
opposite
should be.
things.
It's a random bracket. It's a random bracket of places which we
Tubular
either
Tokes, I'm
frequent-
assuming,
it's
is a smoke shop.
exactly.
Remy doesn't even know about
okay,
Tubular
but it's a
Tokes.
random thing, So like you can't. All
Okay,
right, not
well,
all of
okay.
the matchups will be.
We're
going to
be split on this. Go ahead, Remy.
Not all the matchups
I'll
will
go
be
ahead
great.
and say right off the bat, every smoke shop I go into around the area, the service is poor these days. It's a bunch of stoner kids. I mean, I get it. They're just
Get off
shitty.
my lawn.
They're kind of, for the most part, the last 3
Am I
smoke
wrong?
shops I've been in there, they just kind of sit around and they're not willing to help you, and you're kind of looking, you're waiting for them to come over. Hey, would you like to look at something? But you don't, and you're like, and it's just kind of just shitty service. I will say, I obviously been with Noble Crust myself for coming up on 6 years, and
Just go ahead.
over the
It's
past
all right.
over the past 2 years since pandemic. I have made more money there than I have in my entire fucking life. So I'm gonna pick
cheer?
Noble Crust over
Can
that.
we do the cheer?
What's
Is there a
that?
cheer on the?
No.
Do a cheer.
No. I don't think we're
doesn't
getting.
matter. He
I don't think
doesn't
we're getting a
understand
chair.
this.
I'm
Okay.
going Tubular Tokes. I'm not going to have a long-winded speech and all that
What?
stuff.
Wow.
Going Tubular. Yeah.
Out of can I ask a question? Is it out of spite? Also, we're gonna go to Caleb in a minute.
No,
we're gonna go to Caleb in
no,
1
no
minute.
spite there at all.
We're
It's
going to
just
Caleb.
Noble Crust is nice, but like
Wow. Okay.
the big thing for me is Noble Crust has good food. Noble Crust, their bread and butter is the brunch.
Right. That's fine.
I'm not a like their dinner, the regular menu's good. I like it, but like it's not to die for. But I feel like they really make their name on the brunch, which I'm just not a huge brunch person.
That's fine.
fuck
That's
that.
fine. Let me go to Caleb.
Brunch,
Caleb's in the audience
brunch, yeah,
here.
Caleb's
And he is-
ready to
and he is
talk.
coming
Caleb's got a
into the mic.
question.
Caleb is
He
presenting himself.
because that's why you guys go there. I feel like you guys go get your fucking little
Yeah, it's for vapes.
things.
It's for
Oh,
vapes.
is that the one up on Central then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, so yeah, every time you guys are down there drinking and you need your new fucking vapes.
Joint papers, see what's going on. They were just pretty rude to me. They followed me around the shop. I couldn't even see what was actually happening. I didn't even know there was another side to it.
Mm-hmm.
They were actually kind of assholes the entire time. Did not like it. Really hated everybody in there. I had a bad time.
That guy's a douchebag, isn't he?
There was a girl working, and she was just actually very rude to me.
Yeah, I've been in there for Haley Bear. Haley Bear sent me over there to get her a pod, and they were kind of dicks. Yeah.
People come to my work after they go there, and they have to spend their $2 bills, and I don't know what
Yes,
to do
it's
with them
true.
afterwards.
That is
It's
true.
it's
The
horrible.
$2 bills
All right.
is a problem.
The
You're not
public
lying.
the public have spoken.
Yeah, we got a
The
public
public have
opinion
spoken.
on this
Honestly,
one. Yeah.
we've taken a public opinion on it.
You love
If
Tubular Toast,
well, sir, if you wouldn't mind me letting if
I've
you
driven you there multiple times.
So if you wouldn't
price
mind
is
letting me have my review on the matchup,
The price
you'll
on
find
your
out.
vapes are insane there.
Listen, the prices are great. We know that. The prices are great.
All right, so we're
But
taking
we've
it to
got,
Dan. What do you got?
No, he said tubular toes.
Tubular toes?
I'm
okay,
going
so
tubular.
So I'm gonna
It's
be the
not
rubber
on a
match.
Spite.
rubber
I
match.
like
Here we go.
Noble, but-
50-50 split. Here we go.
So for me, when we're saying which is going to be taken out of the area first, regardless of my smoking habit, regardless of whether I'm trying to smoke or not, or the prices of it, I think the people that I met at Noble Crust and the people that still work at Noble Crust, and the food is solid, and it's good. It's very good in many aspects, and the concept is good. I'm going Noble Crust not just out of nostalgia, out of.
Upset if Noble Crust left.
I would be more upset that many of my friends who still work there lost their job, and that's the winner, rather than some idiot who you just blaspheme the place.
Me?
No, I'm talking over to the peanut gallery. I apologize.
No, you're all right, but I feel like it's a lovely spot. I like Noble Crust. It's
Well, hey,
great.
you know what? If it wasn't for Noble Crust, I would have never met you fucks. So,
see,
that's
you
what I'm
guys
saying. That's a
keep
big part
bringing
of it,
that
but-
up, which that it did connect me with all of the people in this room,
Right.
which is
Noble Crust wins 2-1. It wins
Yeah,
this one
actually,
2-1, and there was
okay.
more fireworks
Yeah.
there than
That
I would
is-
have
that
thought.
is-
I thought that would have
Dan
been
just
a.
made a
let's-
very good point.
I thought that would have been a
Let's-
3-0 landslide.
Every
Fairly
single
easily.
person in this room met each other
Yeah.
because of Noble Crust.
That's true. But
What are you saying
let's move briskly along.
Yes.
I believe we have
Yeah.
several
We've got
other
multiple.
topics to go.
We might not
to
get through
go
the first round
I
tonight.
Let's
don't
keep
think
going.
we're
doing the
getting
best we can.
anywhere.
Well,
We're doing the
let's
best we
see.
can.
We're
The good
not-
news is
we're
it's
not
slow
getting
Don't say
there.
moving
never.
sports.
Don't say never. Let's go.
Right, here we go. This
We're
should
athletes.
be. I feel like this is going to be a landslide. It's going to be Dan starting off. It's going to be First Friday in St. Pete, and it's going to be matched up with Mazzaro's, the Italian market.
On a Saturday morning.
Any,
You have to say,
anytime.
no, you have to
anytime.
say Saturday morning.
No,
And-
no. Anytime. First Friday is always 9
Well,
p.m. on the first Friday.
First Friday, nothing could possibly be worse than First Friday. When you put that into any type of when you led with First Friday, I was
Yep.
like, "There's no
But
way
it's a
what
staple.
comes
But it is a
after-
staple of St. Pete.
Terrible,
But it is. I know.
terrible,
but can
terrible,
you? Hey, listen to
terrible.
me. Is it a staple
I
of
don't
St.
like
Pete?
it.
I know.
I hate
Neither
it.
do I. Neither do I. But
Staple.
is it a staple? Yes.
Yeah, a lot of disgusting people have
So
bad
let's talk.
taste.
But
You know,
we're
that's
talking
just
about
the way
St.
of the
Pete.
world.
We're
Edward.
talking about St. Pete. We're talking about the things that define St. Pete. First Friday is one of them. We don't agree with it, but it is a thing.
Yeah,
So it's in the bracket.
What the fuck does that have to do with me? I fucking hate it. There's nothing.
Oh, if you work outside of downtown, you're going to be
when
slow
I
because
was
of First
when
Friday.
I was 22, 23 years old, First Friday was the fucking shit.
You were that guy?
I was. Oh my god, covered in cologne and my fucking.
When I was
Oh,
that
yeah.
age, and
Oh yeah,
I was in
thought
a,
I was hot shit.
and I was in a band, and we were
String
playing downtown, they would ask me, which would you prefer, First Friday or the Saturday after? I would say, please put us on the Saturday after.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So you've been way against.
Oh,
that.
like, I mean, just being in a band
Okay,
at
well-
age 18, I was like, yo, I'd rather play on Saturday night than first fucking Friday.
I
Eddie-
can
Ed-
understand Dan's logic behind being a 21-year-old wanting to go to First Friday. I would have been the same way.
You making this type of comparison, did you really think that any
No,
of
of
the
course I
three of
didn't.
us was gonna?
No, I
pick?
didn't. But at the same
First
time, we're
Friday.
talking about things that define St. Pete. First Friday is a big element
Don't
of St.
beat Eddie
Pete.
up on the bracket.
Hey, it's a big element of St. Pete, and it's also something that we, that implement
yeah,
that also affects our livelihood.
so,
we're
Dan,
gonna
your
talk about it.
vote
It
is
affects all
obviously
of it.
not First Friday.
Yeah, anything other than First Friday. Yes.
Okay,
that.
so Mazzaro.
I mirrored Dan's opinion. We'll talk about Mazzaro in the next round, I'm sure, because it'll be matched up against something else. I'm putting Mazzaro through by default because First Friday, like
Yeah,
Dan said,
I
is
will
fucking
definitely.
ass.
I also
Remy,
will
you'll
eliminate
echo
First
it.
Friday.
First Friday has
Yeah.
been easily eliminated in the first round.
I mean, Mazzaro's on a Saturday morning is basically First Friday at 2
well,
o'clock. in the
we'll get
morning.
to that in the next round. So
You go to Mazzaro's on
We'll
a
get to that in the
weekend,
next round.
and oh my god,
Yes,
this
but still
is,
not as
this
bad.
next
Shit.
one is interesting. This next
Okay.
one is interesting.
All
I'm going to be leading off. It's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Tom Brady. That's one side of it. It's with Tom Brady because without them, obviously, you still have your hardcore fans. The two of you are from the Bay Area, so you're going to be Bucs fans no matter what.
Yeah.
But So I'm just trying to explain this side of this matchup is with Brady, they're incredibly relevant. They already have one Super Bowl ring. They could be going for another one, maybe two. We'll see how long he plays. But his relevance is important to the team in this regard because
Nowadays,
talking
yes.
matchups,
I'm
right?
interested to see where this goes. What are we talking about here?
Versus.
Well, it'll be versus Publix supermarket. How important is Brady and the? I'll be going first, but how important is
Why
Brady?
you got to
and
do this to me?
How important is
Why
Brady?
you got to put
and
me in this
Brady's-
situation?
This is a random matchup. How important is Brady's Buccaneers in your life versus Publix supermarket?
I'm about to call this the apples and oranges.
Right, I'm gonna go first.
All right.
This is easy for me. I don't need to speak
Yeah,
too much
but
on it. I know, of
neither
course.
one of those things means as much to you as it does
Okay,
to
so
me.
let
or
me get out of the
Go
way
ahead,
and let
yeah,
me get
go,
it done. I mean,
get
this
it,
is
go.
a one-on-one
All right,
shootout.
You go, do your thing.
I'm going to
You-
take
let's hear what you
Publix.
say.
I'm an anti-Brady person. I'm not an anti-Tampa Bay person, but I'm an anti-Brady person. Publix is great.
Shocker.
They provide outstanding goods.
Shopping
and
is a pleasure.
services. It's a pleasure in a time where errands are fucking horrific in the
Correct.
city.
Correct.
So Publix makes it bearable in a time where errands are horrific. So I'll take Publix and I'll hand it over to Remy.
I will
And
say
we'll see where we're
Publix is the only store I try to shop at because yes, shopping is a pleasure there. As much as grocery shopping can be a total pain in the ass, I guess I would prefer to go to Publix. And Publix is going to be there forever. Brady's not going to be here on the Bucks forever. And also, my first job ever at age 14 was cashier at Publix.
So the
So I'm going to
question
go
is,
Publix.
wow, Publix just beat Brady. And let me say something, boys, before we go to Dan. This was going to be, before I switched this last minute, I split the Lightning and the Bucks last minute to the Lightning 3-peat and the Bucks with Brady. It was going to be just Tampa Bay.
Well, then you would have gotten a lot of
was
different.
that,
Right,
Was that
but
gonna,
that- see,
going
but-
to be either one of them against
No, it would have
Publix
been
or them against
Well, no, but this was
themselves?
before the bracket was set. It was going to be just Tampa Bay as one, but then I thought that can't be beaten, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
go- so
That's
I'm
so much
I'm
rolling
really
in one.
really surprised though.
I'm Publix.
I'm
yeah.
surprised
I'm
that
going
Publix is through to the next round.
I'm Brady Bucks. I know they're not
Wow.
through yet. I'm 100% Brady Bucks.
I can't believe that. I'm surprised.
Publix has seen me through some dark
I'm
times.
surprised.
Publix is near and dear to my heart. Like whenever I go to other places in the country, I'm just like, oh fuck. they don't
No,
have
it
Publix
is. It's
anywhere.
Publix is
It's like,
outstanding.
got to go to some random bullshit
Oh,
grocery
I had
store.
them.
and
I had them
oh,
in Tennessee.
goddamn.
When I moved to Tennessee, I had
What is
no.
that, don't they have like Piggly Wigglies? What is it?
They have
What's-
Kroger and they have Kroger's and they
Yeah,
have
Kroger's.
something else. I forget what it's called. Not Myers, something similar to that. But they did have a couple Publixes. Literally, where I lived in Nashville, like 20 minutes from Nashville, they had two different Publixes, just depending on which way you were going to drive. And I was like, "Fucking
Well, look
A, I'm
at
home."
4th Street. Look at 4th
Yeah.
Street. You got two
Yeah.
Publix on the other side of
Across
the
the
street.
street from
Let's
each
go
other.
to Caleb in the crowd.
All right, he's dying.
No, because I want to talk about this actually, because I was talking about it earlier. Bucks fans in general, like they don't really care that much, and then Tom came, they're like, oh, they loving that actually makes me mad. But I was talking about Publix earlier. What do we have? 2 grocery stores here?
No, about
Winn-Dixie?
7.
No, Winn-Dixie.
7 Publix.
Winn-Dixie.
Oh, you mean differentiating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
Publix is the cleanest
4.
store you've ever been to.
You got Publix, Walmart, Aldi, and
Aldi,
Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
And Publix is the cleanest place you've ever been in your life. You're like,
Publix
it
is
really is.
outstanding.
like,
Publix
you're
is
like,
outstanding.
there's no poor people coming in here. They can't afford it.
All right, well,
Like,
let's,
it's just really nice. And, I mean, I'm saying-
Gentrification,
Thanks for your
baby. Yeah.
thanks for your input, Caleb.
Thank you.
There he
Caleb.
is,
Thanks
Caleb.
for that, buddy.
There he is.
Caleb.
I just want to say that
The
was
man, the
Caleb
myth, the
Perkins
legend.
on the air there. That was Caleb Perkins. Are you
Yeah.
guys getting some echo?
That was him, but
I'm not getting
a
any
little bit of echo.
Okay.
But like I said,
That's a bit of a shock.
love
Are you guys
Publix,
getting
love
some?
Publix to death. But like okay, so Eddie, would you this being switched something like Publix that means to me versus a Buffalo Bills
Never.
Super Bowl?
I'd be all Bills all day.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I
so
completely
So
understand.
how am I supposed to feel when
No,
you
of
say the
course.
team
I'm-
that you
no,
support?
no, I'm-
Obviously,
I-
you don't give a shit about
No, I
Tom
know.
Brady and the
but
Bucks.
the three of
but,
us live here, right? And it's a collection of the three of us.
Yeah, but you're
right?
a Bills fan.
Right.
So if
exactly.
if you took the same analogy for
right.
me,
well,
with Tom
Remy
Brady
would be
and
the
Bucks,
person who you should ask more. less than me.
Well, but that's his personal choice. But I'm
Right.
saying you, if
it was me, no,
if it
I'd
was
take the Bills.
Josh
I'd
Allen
take
and
the
the
Bills over
Bills
any
versus
supermarket.
your favorite grocery
I'd take
store,
the Bills
you
over
take
any
the goddamn
supermarket.
football
Of course,
team.
I
Yeah.
completely understand.
That's all I needed to hear.
I completely understand your
That's
reaction.
fine. Yeah.
Your vote, I should say.
That's all I wanted to hear. Next
All right.
one. Let's
Yeah.
go.
So
Yeah.
that was a shocker in that round, I think. Anyway.
All right, well, let's do one more,
Went
and then
to
let's take a
Let's
little
do
bit
one
of a
more.
break,
This one's
yeah.
a landslide. There'll be no shock here. It's wait, who started that one? It was me. So
You
Remy,
started,
you'll be
yes.
starting this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
This one's a landslide. It doesn't matter who starts. It's going to be the pier, the St. Pete Pier,
Okay.
which has obviously been reopened a couple years ago. I would say.
I'd say
Under
3-4
a-
years.
It was right. It was scheduled. The new one was scheduled to open like 2 months after COVID, and they had to like put it back
Yeah.
a little bit.
So within the last 2
it
years,
was
it's been open?
2020, the new one. Well,
And they will be facing off against a place that is near and dear to all four in this room of our hearts, which is the Blue Goose, recently named as the Wayward Goose.
Wayward
Has anyone
Goose,
got
yes.
any sort of...
of all the
Should we just say
matchups,
Blue Goose
Edward,
3 times?
this is
It's a random
this
matchup.
is-
Dan, it's a random
All right,
matchup.
all
That's
right.
what
These are
I'm saying.
random matchups.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Okay,
You're angry at the
I'll
matchups.
start
They're
the
random
boat
matchups.
right now. If
Let-
we're talking about the new pier versus the old pier, right? We're talking about
The
new
current pier.
The new pier. Never been there, so Blue Goose all the way.
Remy, I'd say,
to add, Dan?
before the rest of us talk anymore, let's just move to the next one. I think I mean, I
Yeah.
don't. There
None of
is
us
there
care
a
for the
reason
pier,
for us like the
I
Blue Goose
can
is
wrap it up.
obviously. I mean,
I can wrap it up and we can do one more before we cut to break.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
well,
said. Let's
yeah,
try
let's
to
do
get
that.
through another one. I mean,
pier
the
is-
Blue Goose easily.
As long as
There's
you guys
not-
are okay
like,
with the
pier's
slight echo.
lovely. There's
When I
not
saw
even a
it,
question.
when I saw
No.
this matchup, I knew it
that
would be a
one
3-0.
was that one was
The pier is, well, you know, you have
Pier-
to put
pier-
in there. It's a
pier's
new
lovely.
thing in St.
Pier's
Pete. You have to
lovely.
put in there, but it's not for me. You know, I don't hang out
Pier's
there.
very
No,
nice.
good pick,
It's
good
no
pick.
it's
Way
no
to put it in
Wayward
there.
Goose.
Okay. Okay, so next one.
Last
this
one before
is,
break.
I feel like this should be one way, but maybe not. I think, Dan, you're going first. You've got the warm winters in St. Pete, right?
Mm-hmm.
So warm weather in St. Pete in the wintertime, facing off against Carwa Coffee. Which one means more to you?
Warm winters.
Oh, yeah.
Kawa means a lot. It's close, but I'm one of those people. You know, I'm very easy to please when it comes to the shit that I put in my body. Like, I like nice things.
And you live directly next door. Well, I don't want to say that for radio purposes, but you basically live on the same block as
I do,
Kawa.
and I do, and I
One
drink it
of
all the time.
Kawa.
I love
One
it,
of-
but
there's multiple Kawas.
there was a time in my life when I drank instant coffee. You ever drank instant coffee? Where you just
Shut up! You're getting to my thing
You
when
just
we're
put-
coming
you
around
just-
to me
You
next.
just put these you just put this shit in boiling
You're taking
water.
away
and
my
just,
whole point.
Well, but that's my I could drink that and I'd be fine. You know, I
So
like
you're-
nice coffee, but
you're going.
if I had to drink budget brand economy coffee, that's not
You're
the worst
definitely-
thing in
so
the
you're
world. For
definitely
me.
not
That's good to-
going Kawa.
that's-
No, I'm not giving up. No.
So you're warm winters, and I was going to say
Yeah.
Dan was the only one out of the three of us who I thought may have had somewhat of a different view,
Affinity
just
for
because
Kawa.
you live near one of the Kawas.
Kawa's got great
But
coffee.
I would
I've
say
got,
that-
I've got
They do.
nothing
They
bad
do.
to say
No,
about
it's good,
Kawa.
and I do
Kawa's
love
great
Kawa,
coffee.
and there are
But-
certain people that would pick Kawa over what.
Wow.
But I've lived
My
in the snow
warm
and the
winters?
ice. I've lived over the snow in the snow and the ice, and that fucking 60, 70 degree weather is beautiful, man. It's worth
Yeah.
any coffee.
You can go to the beach in January.
So that's warm winters into
This
the
is
next round.
literally
Remy,
You might
go
not
to
wanna
the
go in the
beach in
water.
January.
You might not wanna go in the
Yeah,
water,
No, you're
but-
right. You might not want to go in the water, but there's like sunny days
It's
in
beautiful,
January.
yeah.
Where you
Remy,
can go to the
anything
fucking
to
beach.
add?
Last thing, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with
winters.
not Kawa, warm winters, because
Yeah.
even though I do love the cold over the heat, even our warm winters, there's still a light jacket, light hoodie, you know, and I like that. And like Dan said, he stole it right out of my fucking mouth. I literally have instant coffee and then creamer in my refrigerator right now.
I mean, and it's
So-
it's the last option. Like, I don't want to be.
no,
drinking
I mean, but
instant
if I
coffee, but
no,
like,
and this is why
But
I
it's
have
better
it.
than ice cold
yeah.
weather. Better than
Yeah.
ice
My
cold
treat,
weather.
God, yes.
My
Oh,
treat
Jesus,
to
all
myself
day.
is I'll get a 7-Eleven coffee or a Kawa coffee
Right.
or even a Wawa coffee. I don't care. That's a treat to myself. I keep the instant coffee because I don't have the space in my small ass apartment for a coffee maker. So I keep the instant coffee. And honestly, when I drink coffee, guys, I basically shotgun it like a beer. I'm just trying to get it into my system.
yeah,
I'm the same way.
I put
Bro, it's
ice.
true.
I put a little
I'm
bit of
trying to
ice
get
in
in
it.
there.
I
I'm
get it
trying to
room
get in
temp, not cold,
yeah.
but room
Well,
temp.
slightly
And then I
warmer
just-
than room temp.
Well,
I
yeah,
would say.
yeah, a little bit warm, but not piping hot. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah, of
point.
course.
And then I just
Get
put
it down
a
the
few
gullet.
ice cubes in there, and then I just fucking mix it up, and I'll fucking go.
And get it down the gullet.
So the point is, if I have instant coffee that's basically like just taking a quick shot to wake me up, and then let's go. I'm not enjoying a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. You're not pretentious
Yeah.
enough to enjoy a cup
So
of coffee.
that's my take on the
Well,
Kawa thing.
I felt like that would have been a landslide, then it
So
was.
we're all not choosing Kawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Alright,
we're
so-
warm winters for the
Warm
next
winners,
round.
yeah. Surprise, surprise. What do you
Let's
know?
take a break.
All right, yeah, let's
Oh,
take a
we're
little
taking a
break.
break?
Give this Echo a little time to calm
Taking
down.
a little break, babies.
Give me a cigarette.
We'll be
Let's
right
go.
back. Welcome back, guys, to the Is This Football podcast.
Is this football?
We are back.
We are back, going through a little tournament bracket on some of our favorite places in St. Petersburg, as Eddie has eloquently put it.
I'm loving it.
Let's go.
It's the bracket of all brackets.
I know,
really.
right? We've had some
We
controversial
will find
decisions.
out which the best place or being or entity of St. Pete.
Wait, there are beings in this? Are there like people in this like competition?
well,
when you say
I fucking
being,
should have
like,
done that. That would have been brilliant, but that's
Jesus.
that's not good for
Oh
the
my
internet.
God.
That's not good for the internet.
Yeah, yeah,
There'll be
yeah.
no beings in this.
Benjamin Button.
There'll be no beings in that.
We do enough shit talking about
There'll be
people
no
in our
beings
own
in this.
privacy.
No. So what's our next? What's our next thing? What's the next bracket, Eddie?
So
Let
it's
us
two
know, man. Where are we at?
It's two food-related concepts.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have the Cuban sandwich, which I know is not
What?
particularly
Tampa Bay
St.
area.
Pete,
Tampa
but
Bay area.
It's in the Tampa Bay area,
Which
It's
is not
even-
actually Cuban, and it's definitely a Tampa
Exactly.
Bay.
It
So
was invented.
okay, so Cuban sandwich, and you can think of it as your favorite Cuban sandwich from your favorite restaurant, or just the Cuban sandwich in general, just the fact that it exists.
Solid
And it'll be-
existence.
and
So
it's gonna
you're not saying a Cuban sandwich from any specific place?
no, just the existence of the Cuban sandwich.
in
The existence
general.
of the Cuban sandwich
Hard
will be
to beat.
Yeah, it's
Hard
this is,
to
This
beat.
is a sly one.
Hard to beat.
All right, well, why don't you just wait till your turn,
go.
and
Let's
then you
go.
can say those.
Dan is
Let's
already
go.
very excited about the Cuban.
Let's go.
And listen, I know you love this place, but I don't think it will be beaten. It's going to be going up against Popo's Taqueria on Central Avenue. Who's up first? Anyone?
Is it me? I don't know. I wasn't keeping
I don't
track.
I think it's me, actually.
Okay,
And,
take it away.
I'll go up with never had Popo's. You guys keep telling me to go there.
Popo's is good.
You guys have told me to go there, and you're like, "Fuck Chipotle, Remy. Don't go to." See, I
Oh,
go to
yeah,
Chipotle
no.
because
that's far and away a big difference.
because Chipotle has like the corn salsa that I love, and
They have the same shit,
and-
but better.
I can build my own shit.
Remy,
No, it's much better, Remy.
Popo's is the exact same
I
thing.
can
It's just
see Remy
better.
not enjoying
They
Popo's.
have
though,
all
Dan.
the same
Dan,
shit.
Now,
It's
when
just
I-
better
Dan, I can
quality
see-
stuff.
Dan, I can see Remy not enjoying
Chipotle is
Popo's.
okay. Popo's is
It's
Chipotle
incredible.
on another level.
I got it.
I can
I
see
got
I'm
Remy
it.
not
telling
enjoying
you, man.
Popo's, though, maybe.
Yeah, but I've never been there, so by default I have to pick.
Cuban sandwich.
Yeah,
Come on.
Cuban sandwich. I mean, I love a good. I'll even eat a fucking 7-Eleven Cuban sandwich. I don't give a shit. I love a good Cuban sandwich. Best Cuban I ever had was a Cuban
this is
meatloaf.
This could be another topic, yeah.
Cuban meatloaf sandwich
That makes
at
a
the
lot of
old
sense
pier.
with your
The
meatloaf
old pier
affinity.
before it was torn down.
what the
upstairs.
hell is Cuban meatloaf?
So upstairs at Cha Cha Coconuts, remember that used to be the restaurant
Yeah,
upstairs
yeah,
at
yeah.
the old pier. They did
Rooftop
a Cuban
bar.
They did a Cuban style meatloaf grilled sandwich where they would take like meatloaf and pound it out kind of flat, and they would line it up on the Cuban bread, but they would also put a little mustard and a little pickle on it.
What?
But the meatloaf itself
Sounds lit,
had a
to be
caked red sauce on it, like a caked thin layer of red sauce on it.
I'm not sure with mustard and
then you well, I mean, it was
I
like
understand.
it was like small slither of,
yeah, it was a thin
you press that
part
on a
of
fucking
meatloaf.
cube. Oh,
It was
God.
an incredibly
So, yeah.
thin meatloaf.
And I mean, let's,
Remy somehow finds
he
a way to
will
get this
he will
podcast
he will
back to
he will
meatloaf.
inject meatloaf at
His
any
goal
possible-
for every podcast
He's like, what-
episode is to
he's like,
somehow
what-
bring it back to meatloaf.
He's
How
like,
can
hey,
I get
what
meatloaf
part-
into this segment?
He's like, hey, what part of this bracket has got meatloaf facing off in it? It's like, none of this, bro. Meatloaf isn't a Florida thing.
He's like, we're talking
He's
about
like, yo, but what about
Either way,
meatloaf?
yes.
we're talking
I
about
mean,
Cuban sandwiches.
even Bodega,
I had
one of
a
the best
meatloaf
Cubans I've ever
Cuban.
had.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
but we're not getting into which Cuban. I will say Cuban,
Yeah.
definitely 100%
Dan,
over
roll it over
Popos.
to you.
I'm not.
to add?
I'm not gonna lie. Once again, I'm not going to draw this out, and make it a big thing, but it's Cuban.
Yeah, let me give Cuban sandwich the. Oh, am I taking it away from you?
No, easily Cuban, just because that it's such a broad thing. There's so
Yeah.
many places that
an
have
important
it.
element.
7-Eleven has it.
Well, let's
Bodega
stop talking about
has good
7-Eleven
ones. Like,
Cubans.
well, I'm
because
just
that's
saying
not
it's
really-
such a well-known thing that it's
Yeah,
just
of course.
everywhere. Publix has Cuban. Like every place has Cuban. You go anywhere and they got some
8
variation
times out of
on-
10, you're gonna have a good one.
No matter where you go, if they serve food, more than likely they got a freaking Cuban. Like it's.
Yeah. And there's not an awful lot that I can add to this. The only thing I would add is that I absolutely love Popos. It's outstanding. I
too.
know Dan
No.
loves it too. Me and Dan go
You
there
know
a lot
how much I
together.
love it, yeah.
We go there separately. It's a really great place. The food is outstanding. The flavors are incredible. It's very fresh ingredients. Shout out to Popos whilst putting the Cuban sandwich through just because it's an icon and it's a huge part of St. Pete. That's not an awful lot more to say about it.
That's another one that's like Popo's. Great, phenomenal food.
Just a
hasn't
bad
been
matchup.
hasn't been around that long. Cuban, that's
And
timeless.
just a bad matchup.
Yeah.
Bad matchup.
All right,
It's difficult to beat
on to
that.
the next one. What do we got? What's on the
Unfortunate,
docket?
Alright.
unfortunate for
Bad
Popos.
matchup.
Yeah, unfortunate
for
for
Popos.
Popos. Lovely. You gotta
Alright.
go, Remy. Though it's delicious.
This
I will.
is
Check it out.
going to be. This is an interesting one. Okay. Because this is not really a big thing for any of us, but I'm going to go ahead and spit it out. Dan, you're going to be leading us off with Busch Gardens
Ooh.
taking on the dog bar in Kenwood.
That's a weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like I. What I mean, I
Which
feel
one
like
means more to you? Which one is more important to you?
yeah. Well, I feel like this kind of goes back to the Fort DeSoto Steve's matchup where I like Busch Gardens. That's a part of my childhood. I grew up in the Tampa Bay area in St. Pete. Like as a child, loved going there. I still enjoy going there, but I don't think I've been to Busch Gardens in like 5 to 7 years. And I would go again. Like I like it. I love roller coasters. I love all that shit. Rides, drinking beer, hanging out. You know the shitty concession food that they have all that. Like it's great. But
Pardon you.
what was the bar?
Dog
bar.
Oh yeah. And I mean I don't even have a dog.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's
That's the
another
thing,
reason.
it's
That's another
difficult for
reason why it's kind of weird. But like I go to
but
dog.
dog bar is a huge part of St. Pete. It's a massive part of St.
In
Pete.
my life right now, dog bar is more important.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that, but
You thought I was going to go Busch Gardens?
I think they're both, like you explained,
They're
very.
great.
I think you explained, they're both elements of the Bay Area that are not really too influential in your life.
I feel like Busch Gardens is more of like a young person.
Yes, I think so too.
Or
I think so too.
or family place. Like
Of
if
course.
you're married with children or
And that's
you're
why
younger,
I'm
it's like,
gonna
yeah, it's
I'm
lovely,
gonna
but,
echo
like,
that.
I'm an early 30s
Yeah.
man. Like
Yeah.
I don't really need to go to
I'm gonna
Busch
echo that
Gardens,
as
you know?
well. Like, here's the thing.
I'd
like,
rather
okay,
go to a bar.
Let me. So
Just me?
Megan and myself obviously have our dog. She doesn't love the dog bar because she's a funny
Delilah.
fucking dog.
My baby.
But yeah, that's Dan's
My
fucking
girl.
little Baba as well.
She loves me.
Yeah, that's my son's dog as well.
Mm.
You know. But
His
no,
dog
we,
does love me.
but no, she does. But either way, dog bar's great. We've obviously had great times there. We've had good. I mean, we haven't, the three of us, but I've been to Busch Gardens with friends before. It's a good time, but like Dan said, it's not really. I'm not a huge ride person anyway. I'm not a big fan of heights. I'm not a big fan of just getting launched about in the air.
You
For
don't
no
like, you don't
reason.
like roller coasters?
I just don't really see the point in getting
For
launched
no
about in the
reason.
air.
It's adrenaline,
Well, the
Edward.
reason is just me trying to hang on.
Remy
for
took
dear life.
offense to that.
I'm getting thrown around in the air for no reason.
And possible
just to
neck
stay alive.
injury. Possible neck
It's like,
injury.
hey, it's like, hey, Pay $100 and you can get thrown around 5 times and see if you survive.
Well, so you
so I can just do that for free and not do any of that.
You don't like roller coasters or those
I do them
kinds
to
of
appease
rides?
my friends and
Oh,
really?
so let's cut
Oh.
deep.
I don't like
in
heights.
it.
I don't like heights.
Okay.
No,
so-
I
I
really
get it.
don't like heights. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like the thought that they can
So
come off
you
at
go,
any
you
time.
go because it's a challenge.
I go
to
to
you
appease
go.
my girlfriend.
Yeah,
and I
it's
go
also
to
a
appease my
challenge.
friends. Yeah.
Well, but
and I
so
really
it's not
don't
out of
get it.
enjoyment
no,
at all.
To go back to what you just briefly said before we got into this, like, so really when you're on a roller coaster,
I'm not enjoying it.
the thought of it coming off the rails is an actual
That's a thing.
concern.
That's a pertinent concern.
When
of
was
mine.
the last time you've heard of a roller coaster coming
Tons.
on?
No,
Tons.
yeah,
What?
you hear about them, but
When's the last time that's happened?
Hey.
okay, right.
That's not a legitimate, like, I
So
get
I have
get
heard of
being
it. I
scared
have
of
heard
a
of it.
roller coaster.
I'm with you on this one, Edward.
You
So
think
you're
the
gonna
roller coaster's gonna just come off the
I
tracks
just think
while
that
you're
you
riding
just hear
it?
about.
What?
I'm not bothered about the horror stories. I just don't see the need for me to be upside down in the air. I can just be on my feet on the ground having a good time.
Yeah.
You're
I'll be
right.
having the same.
You're
Do you know
not
what?
wrong.
Do you know what? What am I doing upside down in the air that I could be doing better on the ground on my feet? On my feet, I can be, planning my week,
Well, hey,
having an enjoyable
it's a
time,
fair- it's a
having
fair
a drink.
point.
When I'm upside down, the only thing I'm doing is
boyo,
wait.
we
The
go
only
to the
thing I'm
bar.
doing is I'll be waiting for the end of the ride.
We go to
That's
the
all.
bar. We have 9 beers and 3 shots. We might as well be on a roller coaster
Well,
at that
yeah,
point.
And he's
but-
hanging out. He's like, when the fuck does this
Yeah,
end?
well.
Like, when
yeah.
are we done with this?
But no, I love a drink.
Megan.
Well, that's the truth. There's a not famous at all. I'm acting like with celebrities. There's a well-seen video in our group of friends of me on a child's ride.
What?
Yeah, it's me and Megan. She's like, let's go on this kids ride. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. And she's like, well, we'll go on it. We're on it, and my knees,
scared, Meg.
my knees are above the bar. Let me tell you that.
Oh, you're a bit. Yeah, you're about 6'3".
My knees are above the bar.
You're
I'm
6'2".
no, I'm not 6'3". I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. But
Easy, Remy.
my knees are above the bar. Anyway,
Where is this?
in Universal. She was like, we should go on this big ride. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm objectively not doing that.
So they compromised and Eddie went on
They
the
were
ride.
like, well, there's a kids ride there and that looks decent. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that either, but, I can't be the biggest
Puss in
pussy
the world.
in the world. Do you know what I mean? So they're like, right, we'll go on together. And it's me and Megan next to each other. And everyone, all the children and families are like, oh, it's brilliant. It's lovely. My knees are above the bar and we're going in a vertical angle downwards. And my shins are hanging on for dear life, and I'm going, well, you get to the end of this, I'll be going on no more rides, Megan. I'll be going on no more rides. And I'm just complaining
You're
the whole
waiting.
video.
You're waiting to get popped out like a pea out
You
of a pod.
you can't see me, but you can hear me. I'll be going on no more rides. This is the last of this. I won't be coming back here ever again. So anyway, after all of that, I'll be going dog bar. I appreciate it. It's an ingenious. Listen, let me
Through
say
all of that explanation,
Let me
we
throw
are going
let me
dog
throw some
bar
love to dog
after
bar.
all
Let me
that,
throw a bit
yeah.
of love to dog bar because it is an ingenious design.
Great spot,
It's an ingenious design. It's a brilliant area for the community that love dogs there. And I will say that the gentleman that owns that place is an absolutely
lovely
wonderful
guy.
man.
Was it Frank?
I don't
It's
know his
Frank-
name,
it's
but he's
Frank
a
or
really,
Fred.
really good
He
man.
comes into the Burg
He's
all
got
the time. He's
mad,
awesome.
He's got the mad white Great Danes.
I
He's a
feel
lovely
bad
guy.
for not remembering his. I know it's either.
He's
Fred
a lovely
or, I
guy.
think
He
it's Fred.
goes into Megan's work
Yeah.
and he really looks
Bald
after
guy.
the staff. Yes, and he's a
Yeah.
lovely man.
Sweet
a really
guy.
lovely guy. So shout out to him. I appreciate your business. I'm putting you through to the next round and fuck roller coasters. Remy, anything else?
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, just went there. Even though it stole my phone, I'm gonna pick Busch Gardens over the dog bar because dog bar for me, I've only been once. Don't have a dog. Wish I could bring my cat there. That doesn't matter. It's just a bar. I'd rather go to a fucking bar where I can smoke and watch hockey.
Your cat
And-
would have a terrible
and
time there.
not dealing with that. Plus, sometimes I feel like dog bars, half the people there are just really narcissistic, and they just want everybody to pay attention to them and their dogs. So that's my take.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Wow.
that's that. Megan
Fair
actually, you know what? Megan actually just sent me. We're not going to watch it on air because we're getting through this, but Megan just sent me the video of myself nearly dying on the children's
Jesus
ride. We won't
Christ.
worry about it. For the
Thank
moment.
you,
We'll watch
Megan,
it
for
after.
being Johnny on the spot
There she is.
with that. But
Right, we're going to the next one, guys.
we will enjoy that when the
Who's
podcast
starting this
over.
one? I think
I'll go.
I think you started the last one. I'm the next
did
one.
Did I? I don't know.
I'm on this one. Right. There's one here which is close to a couple of people's hearts. It's the Burg Bar and Grill. which is a great place in St. Pete. Obviously, it's close to a couple of people's hearts. And it's going up against something that would definitely win in a mass poll of, favourite things about St. Pete, and that is the beach. So you've got the Burg Bar and Grill up against the beach, and I'm going to go first.
Wow.
Yeah.
The beach is so broad.
Yeah, no, I know, and that's the thing that.
That's such
the
a
thing
generalization.
That's
that's like enjoying air or like.
I know.
Like
okay,
a blue
so
sky.
now you say that. Okay, well, it's too late now because I've put this bracket together.
I know. I get it.
But the only thing, oh God, and now you're making me feel bad for even.
No, I mean.
Right, I want to defer to someone else, but I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think the beach is probably more important to my life in St. Pete, and I don't even really go that much. You know what I mean?
It's a signal.
I don't love the beach. I don't love it, but it does. It's always there.
It embodies living in St. Pete. Yeah,
it's a part of the lifestyle here, I suppose. Not the lifestyle that I want to live, but a separate part that can always be accessed. Right?
Yeah. That's very
we
true.
We do have that luxury.
And
we take it for granted.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, you're right, Remy. And don't get me wrong. I love the Burg. I love it. Many people I know work there, and they have good food, and it's just a great place, and I love it. And shout out to the owner. He's a great guy. But what I will say is, if I had to pick between the two, and this is close, if I had to pick between the two, which is more important to living here, I would probably just lean the beach. Just about.
Okay. Now
Remy?
that I honestly,
hijacking
as far as this
the
question,
order?
I'm very interested to see your answer, only because I know you're not a big beach guy.
And you also know I've never been to the Burg.
I also know you've never been to the Burg. So
I'll take the Burg.
I was just gonna say. I know.
I'll go there tomorrow for lunch.
I know both of these things mean very little.
No, I will go to the Burg tomorrow for lunch.
At all.
Yeah. I will go to the Burg tomorrow for lunch.
You'll love it
if you swear you're gonna take me to the beach. If I don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So this
if you threaten me tomorrow and say, "Hey,
I'm so
happy
taking you
to the Burg or the
beach," and I figured that would be the
Burg.
case because I know Remy's not a beach person.
Fuck the goddamn beach.
Yeah, I get it. No, and I get that.
Disgusting,
as well.
sweaty, sandy, grainy,
sand everywhere. Sand in your ass,
You're making me
sand
want to
on your
retract my
legs.
statement. Dan, you want to take it away? You've got the deciding vote. How about a rubber match? Let's go.
I'm going the Burg.
Go on.
Thank you very much.
Good
The beach is lovely. I'm a born and bred St. Petersburg raised. Love the beach. It's a great spot, but the Burg's what's up.
Yeah,
Burg's
fair enough.
Burg's
And
the
listen,
deal.
I was so 50-50 on my decision that I'm not heartbroken either way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good. Well,
I'm
that's
fine.
good. We don't
the
want
beach,
you to.
I don't care for the beach massively. I think it's a big part of living here.
Yeah,
and
it
I
really is.
fucking love,
Unfortunately,
and I fucking love the Burg.
As long as I've lived in Florida, the beach is wonderful. I love it. The springs are better.
And that is the perfect segue into this, which is the worst matchup for me on the whole entry level matchup.
Now, before we get into the next round,
heartbroken on this.
Before we get into the next round, we got about 8 minutes left in this show. Do we want to rapid fire through the next?
No,
to get
let's
to
just
16?
go normally. We're gonna be
carry
this on. Going on anyway.
All right,
for
this will be
show,
to be continued. Yes.
Yeah. This is going to be, and we've got the next round,
Okay, all right.
This round is honestly, this is the worst matchup in the first.
This is the worst matchup.
It's honestly fairly easy for me.
All right.
But
Let's hear it.
it's just sad that we're losing one of my favorite places. It's gonna, and it's. I think it's me going, or is it you going first, Tom?
I
think it's Remy.
I think it's me. I think it's me.
No, we're trying to take it in order.
Okay,
think it's me.
I thought he just went.
You've got the Benz, which is a staple of St. Pete, which Remy doesn't necessarily love.
Remy will pick.
I have my own memories with
But
the Benz.
only issue is it's going up against Wiki Watchy in the Springs in general. Wiki Watchy in the Springs in general.
I would much rather walk 2 blocks to the fucking bar that I have a bad
You don't care.
I have a
Remy.
love-hate thing with the Benz. Here's my love-hate thing with the Benz. The Benz is always the last stop when I want to go home. And you guys usually be like, Remy, come on, we're going to the Benz. And to be quite fair, sometimes the Benz is not my scene because different people and different things go on there. But that's usually not my
love
scene.
that.
It's a decent enough place.
That's usually not my scene, but also I have had some of the best photos taken of me playing in my band on guitar,
So you got
shredding
nostalgia.
while
You got
I'm in the
nostalgia.
back room at the Benz. I've had some of the best photos of me playing in a band taken at the Benz, and it's so loud in that back room.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
man,
yeah.
when you toast it and you got fucking 100 people packed in that back room and you're fucking
That's true.
slaying it, that back room can maybe only hold 60
Yeah.
comfortably.
I wouldn't even say that would be comfortable. I'd say 40 comfortably.
When there's
honestly.
all those people
It's
all
tiny.
standing in there and they're shoulder to shoulder and your fucking band's rocking,
Yeah.
dude, that's a good time.
Fair enough.
So
Taking the Benz?
that's me.
Dan, I need you to.
Despite
you to
all my
do
problems
your
with the
thing, man.
Benz.
I need you to do your thing, Dan.
Easy Springs.
Oh, you're a good man.
Easy
I
Springs.
fucking love this man, and I knew I loved this man.
Springs.
He's a good man.
The Benz is a lovely place, but like for me, for like the Benz has been there for a long time. I've lived in and around the downtown St. Petersburg area as long as it's been a thing, and as long as I've been alive. For me, once again, great place. The Benz has always been the most overrated bar in downtown St.
Ooh, I don't know
True.
about that. That's not the truth. That
By
is not true.
far,
That's
people.
not true. That's not true.
Benz, the
That's not
Benz
true.
has
That's
all
not true.
the Benz has always been the fucking cool.
I agree
The
with that.
Benz
So
is
many-
always that fucking
I will
cool.
consider
no, you are
myself-
right. No, you are right. Oh,
I
you
will
are
con-
right enough.
The
You are right enough.
hipsters go to the
I'll
Benz.
consider myself
You
a
are right. You are
36-year-old.
Not cool
Oh, you are
enough
right.
to go to the Benz.
Listen,
There's
you are
no other bar
Oh,
with
you are
that
right.
type of like
Energy,
that
energy, yeah.
hipster exclusive. Like we were at the
You are right.
we
You
were
are
at the
right.
Benz last night. Dude,
I'll
blowing
consider
the bathroom.
myself a 36-year-old ex-scenester / there's a little hipster blood in there. And when I walk into the Benz, I'm like, I don't identify with any of these people.
Yeah.
You know
Do we
what I mean?
think? Oh, quick question before I make the deciding.
I go to the
judgment on
Benz
this matchup.
regularly, so I'm not
quick question
talking
before
that
I.
much shit.
Quick question before I decide this matchup.
Yeah.
Do we think that the Saint is the Squares version of the Benz? Is that where the Squares go and say they've had a fucking wild time?
No, that's for
Is that
dumb.
for the
That's
square?
for dumb
well, it's
girls.
four squares. It's four squares.
Yeah, well, no,
Everyone knows
it's
squares.
for people that want to take pictures of things.
And they would be
for
like,
squares.
"Oh my god,
Yeah,
I was
squares,
here. I was
yeah.
here."
It's people that want to go into a place and
I
like,
knew
take
the
pictures of
password.
where
I
they
knew
are.
the password, and
I
we got
suppose,
into.
and let me tell you something as well. The Benz is where the squares go for their version of the Emerald and Steve's.
Yeah,
That's
because
true.
it's where they
For the
slum
Emerald
it.
and
posers,
Steve,
the posers,
it's
baby.
true.
where they slum
Because
it.
the Emerald and Steve's where you go and you do your thing.
That's
and you,
right,
you know, and
motherfucker.
you-
We're not posing nothing.
No,
We're
there'd
there.
be no pictures to take.
When
'cause
you
look
want to
disgusting,
be
man, you know what I mean?
among the common folk,
Yeah.
you go from the Saint to
Right, there'll be
Steve's or
plenty
the
more
Emerald.
talk. There'll be plenty more talk about bar
But yeah,
matchups. The bars will be matching up.
I
later in the
already
bracket.
told you earlier in the thing, like living in St. Petersburg, living in southern Florida, the beaches are obviously awesome. Like nobody, like
That's
this,
the previous
as
bracket,
much
man.
as you hate, I know, as much as anybody hates or dislikes or likes the beaches are wonderful. But for me, as long as I've been around, the fucking springs are
Yo,
what's
let me
up.
take over, Dan.
You want to have fun in the
Dan, let me
water?
take
Go
over.
to the springs. That's where it's
Dan,
at.
let me take
it's
over.
Better
Let
than
me
the Benz,
fucking
better
oi,
than the beach.
let me compound
Springs,
what Dan Parker
the
is saying. I swear to
Springs
God, let me
area,
compound it.
Going to the springs
Bro,
in Florida, that's
It's
where
changed.
it's
It
at.
didn't change my life, but it made my life so much better in every single way. It's the best. It's the singular best thing about Florida.
Yeah,
The
it
natural
is.
springs are the singular best thing about Florida. We've had some of the greatest times there, have we not?
Yeah.
Have we not?
Yeah.
You know that.
That's
with
what I'm
family,
saying.
With
That's
friends, with
much better
everyone, man. It's
than
with
beach
than anywhere,
times, yeah.
than anywhere,
Yeah.
than anywhere,
Yeah.
man. It's the best place in the world.
This might be the front runner for the winner of all of
We're
it.
talking. We're talking. And this was a late ad.
It'd
This
be
was a
hard
late ad.
pressed to beat this one
This
for
was
the
a late
finals.
ad to the
I'm
bracket.
calling it out early. This could
was
be
if it runs up against the Emerald,
This is
they'll be
a
in some
favorite.
trouble. If it runs up at the end, you know.
We'll see.
I'll tell you what. I think this is a pretty good note to end off on
wanna
with
end it?
the
Okay.
springs.
Is that are we done?
I mean,
We've
we're
got one more. We've got four more matchups.
Well,
in the
no, I
first
know,
round.
but I mean,
but we
we
can call it.
I mean, if you
We
want to
can
wrap
continue.
it, I mean,
No,
we're-
we'll continue next week.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're
The one thing I will say before we leave off on the springs thing is I've never been to the springs with these two assholes.
You
Well, we've
gotta
invited
come
you.
invited
You
me.
have to
Yeah.
come.
But That's the only reason this show is still getting produced. It's because I haven't gone and lost the brain cells that you assholes have out at the fucking screen.
A little bit of brain cells don't make that big of a difference,
come on
Remy.
now,
You
yeah.
lose a couple here
I'm
and there.
joking,
No
I'm
one's
joking.
ever going to know the difference.
I've gone from 4 to 3. You know what I mean? I've gone from 4 to 3.
All right.
man.
Well, technically, we got about 2 minutes left per our normal show. So if you want to do one more, Edward, it's up
it's
to you.
up to you guys. You
Rapid
wanna do
fire?
one more?
Rapid
Not
fire?
rapid fire, no. It's nice talking through them. Why don't we just cut
Okay.
into three?
All right,
It's
let's
probably
do
gonna
one
take 3
more.
episodes to do
One
this.
more. Let's get one more in
We're
here.
gonna do
tonight.
one more?
Yeah, let's get
All
one
right.
more in here.
I think. Oh, you know what? I was gonna say this could be difficult.
Of course, he saves the best one for
No,
last.
no. This is just in order, boys. This is in chronological order. You've got Janice,
Oh,
the local,
music
live
venue,
music
outdoor music
Live
venue.
music
And that
venue.
is
Right in the heart of
the
downtown.
premier live
And that
music
is
venue in
matched
downtown
up-
St.
For those of
Pete.
you
What's
out
in
there
my-
that don't live down here, Janice Landing has been there literally forever, and now it's called Janice Live. It's literally been here forever since I
Yeah.
was a tiny little kid in this city.
and it's huge.
Outdoor
and they get
venue.
Good, they get good venue.
Outdoor venue, get good acts,
artists,
really good artists
but
that
they're-
come there.
They're matched up against a difficult matchup, and it's the Snowbirds leaving St. Pete for the summer. That's a difficult matchup because we all want them to go home, So you've got, which is more important to your lifestyle, right? I think it's me to go. I think it's Dan to go first.
It's me to go first.
So what's more important, Janice and the
Janice.
music scene, or the
Janice.
Snowbirds leaving?
I get so used to the Snowbirds and those shitty people when they're here.
You forget about them sometimes,
I've been through that so much of my life. If I wasn't quite as used to it as I am now, maybe my answer would be different. But
They do bring a little bit of money in.
well, that's the thing. They make my job more profitable. But just that they are terrible, and it's just it overloads, overcrowds everything, and
This
it's
is
all,
the guy-
The New Yorks.
it's
all the
always
New Yorks.
Just horrible.
it's the
Just
shittiest people from Boston and Pittsburgh and New York,
Detroit.
and Milwaukee,
Or not Detroit,
and
but Michigan,
and
yeah.
Texas. There's everybody fucking
Every
comes
place
here.
that ain't Southeast.
Yeah, they just come here, they chill for a couple months, and it's like you get to a certain point, you're just like, oh yeah, you're not from Florida, and you just take it on the chin, and you're just like, yeah, what are you gonna do? But
I guess it's up to me. I suppose I wasn't expecting. Well, I think
Remy hasn't gone
Well,
yet. I've only gone.
I know, but you go left. You play to the dealers left, man. You
Well, no,
never
I'm
played
just
cards
saying,
before.
like
You
you
play
said,
to the
like,
dealers left.
you, like it's up to me. Like Remy hasn't even.
No.
his
I'm
opinion.
I'm
No,
surprised. that-
he's up next, is what
Yeah,
I think he
you
was
are.
saying.
Well,
next.
the only thing. Well, I was thinking that I would have liked Remy to have gone before me. I will go next because it's the rules, but just because I think he's got a bigger stake in Janice than you do, and I suppose he's definitely got a bigger stake in Janice than I have. I've only been there 2 or 3 times. The only thing, wait, you picked Janice though, right?
Yeah.
And I obviously, so when the winter visitors are here, I'm semi-vocally aggravated.
Oh yeah, all the license plates.
I'm
everything,
semi-vocally aggravated at just the driving and the
No.
behavior of happy hour stuff.
don't
I'm not
know
a fan.
where they
I don't
are.
don't fucking come for happy hour, please. No. But just don't do it, please. Fuck off. Happy hour doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you when happy hour is. It's when I fucking ring the drink in for whatever price I want as the bartender because you're my friend. That's fucking happy hour.
Yeah.
But no, it's
I'll tell you when it's happy hour.
Exactly. You'll be fucking under no illusions of when happy hour starts and ends, sir. But no, it's I'll take Janice because they fucking bring some money in here, but they're annoying as fuck as well. I'll put it on to Remy.
You get used to the Snowbirds. I don't
That's
know.
what I'm saying.
I feel like
figured that
you've
would be
been
more,
here
but
long
you've
enough.
been
It's-
complaining. You've been complaining at an ungodly level.
I'm
this
a
last
habitual
fucking winter.
complainer,
Yeah.
Edward.
But you've been
I'm a
complaining a lot.
habitual
That's what the whole
complainer.
reason
You're
I
not
put
ever
this in
gonna
the bracket.
get away from
One
that.
of the main reasons I put this in the bracket was your complaint levels
Yeah.
during the about the Snowbirds.
I'm not gonna stop complaining about it. No.
All right. Well,
They're terrible.
If I have to go
This guy's
last,
taking Janice, of course, because
if I have to go last,
which is great. Janice is a great place.
obviously, I love the Snowbirds because of their money, and I like them to come down and give me all the money when I shouldn't get the money. But I mean, you guys know, fucking musician, music lover,
Yeah, Janice
goddamn
first.
Janice.
No.
Janice is always
I knew
been
you
so
were
much
gonna
fun.
go Janice.
Duh.
Let's be serious
Duh.
here. I know you weren't gonna.
So
not
Janice
go
in a Snowbirds going home would do better.
Yeah.
because we all hate them.
I mean, I fucking hate them, but like, like he said, I've chosen to ignore them.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
I've chosen to coexist with these
doesn't
people.
make me hate them less, but I hate them so much. I'm almost.
I don't see why.
I'm like blinded to it. Like I have blinders. Like I don't even
So
see
Janice
them anymore.
beats
I'm
out
saying,
Snowbirds.
I don't
Yeah.
see. I don't see
And
white.
sometimes they just
Janice
linger
is
as well.
a hidden gem
They
of
just,
downtown
and
St.
also
Pete.
Snowbirds just linger as well. They go home in March and then they'll just pop up in July. It's like, what? Yo, what the fuck is this? Like you were supposed to leave for fucking 7 months, bro, and you're back here 3 months.
Oh, we
later.
forgot
What are you doing?
something.
Well, we
forgot
were here
something.
for an investment opportunity. What are you talking about? You could have done that from home. You could have stolen my home from your own fucking comfortable
Well, but
place.
we could come here too.
But we just
They,
came to check out your home while you were living in it.
They forgot St. Pete was awesome.
Yeah. But when they get out, it's sweaty as fuck.
One thing we can all agree on is no more permanent snowbirds. Y'all stay the fuck out of our state, okay?
Let's go. But anyway, I feel like that was a decent
That was
start to
nice,
the bracket.
Edward. Thank
Decent
you
start.
so
Yeah.
much, man.
We
That was
got a
really
whole
cool.
another
Good.
episode, boys.
Yeah,
We'll
guys,
get through it.
don't sleep on next episode because we're gonna get right back into
We're
this
gonna
bracket.
continue this
it's gonna
bracket,
keep
baby.
going
Tournament style.
Yeah, tournament style. While we're
We'll
so
probably be
slow on
close to
sports,
finishing.
yeah.
We'll probably be close to finishing next episode.
And also, go Bolts! I got them in game
Yes.
4, going
Unless-
5-3 with an empty netter, and yeah.
And we will
Wow,
be talking
that's
about Stanley
specific.
Cup next.
Yes,
next
we will be
episode,
talking
too.
about the Stanley Cup and how it went. Guys, thank you so much. Great
All right.
episode.
Yeah, of
episode
course.
20.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
Episode
Lovely
20.
God, are we already to 20?
Yeah,
Jesus
21
Christ.
with the pilot. Yeah, so
Let's go.
Sounds good.
proud of you boys.
21
All right.
hours of fun.
All right, well, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Same bat channel, same bat network, same bat time next Tuesday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you're going out to YouTube. Make sure you're subscribing to that Tiger Cage Media page. That way you get all the updates. And check out our sister podcast. They call us The Breeze. Dan, Eddie, what do you guys say, man?
Well, good night, I suppose.
Watch us live on
Okay.
YouTube, guys. We'll
next week,
We'll
next week.
always be here for you. We're not going anywhere.
That's right.
24/7, baby.
Exactly.
Like roaches in July.
There you go. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Good night.
Love you.